Heyo, my name is Mini Shadow, and welcome to the Genfanad Steam demo. I just wanted to quickly go over a few things in the demo so that we kind of have an idea of what we may expect in the full release of the game. Want to go over a little bit of the deck building, some of the equipment and how that affects your deck. What is the ability deck and the equipment deck, right? We're gonna dive into a few of those things. We've got a bit of the new crafting or the new gathering system. We can do a tiny bit of that as well. Go through the main quest or one of the new quests and unlock the forest and top it off. We can go do a dungeon to test out our new cards. So let's hop into it. All right, let's start off by going over to the deck building table and talking a little bit about the cards. So as you can see, we have some card currency in our inventory. How we obtain it at the moment is, we don't really know for sure. We could get it from monster drops or dungeon rewards, or, it could even be from deconstructing our cards or something like that. I have no idea, right? So just throwing random ideas out there. But yeah, we're going to be obtaining card currency is the point, and we use it to upgrade our cards. So as you can see here, we'll take Intimidate for our example here. And as you can see at level 1, above the name, you can see the amount of ranks it has. So at level 1, the target gains 2 stagger. Now stagger just means they take increased damage when they get hit. So we can upgrade this for 10 card currency. Now how this works is you need 2 of the same card as it currently works in the demo. This could change, right? Now, the values. Now, you need 2 of the same card and the card currency to upgrade it to the next tier. So I'll do that now. There we go. Now we have 2 of the rank 2 Intimidate, which gives a target 3 stagger. Now, if we upgrade this a further time, since we have 2 of the same card, cost 20 currency, and now we have 2 of Intimidate rank 3. Now, we could do this further, right? I have 53 of these. Why not? Let's add one more. Unfortunately, there's a bug right now where you have to close and reopen the table in order to upgrade through the tiers. But now we have 3 of these rank 3s, so we'll add this to the deck, which is on our left-hand side. We can sort via ability. So here's all the ability cards, which are all of the cards that you see in front of you here. And then you have your equipment cards. Now, I only have a bronze giant sword equipped, alright? I could also have a helmet, chest, and legs equipped, but I'm just using the weapon. We don't need armor right now. So what this gives me is 12 shockwave cards. Now I could still draw some struggles, and it would be beneficial to equip armor, right? To fill out these 9 struggle cards with cards that would be useful, because I could end up drawing nothing but struggle for my equipment cards. And then, those would be filled with a useful card instead. But however, the reason why I'm not is I like the look of my character, so I'd rather just go with the style than than the rare chance that we draw 2 struggles. So let's yeah, you can sort via equipment. Again, this comes from what you have equipped, and then the ability comes from these cards here, and you can swap these out as you choose. So we're going to remove what? Sure, we'll remove a Bone Breaker, one of the lower rank ones. We'll remove Frenzy Cleave as well. Yeah, we'll go with that. And you know what? We made 3 of them, but we're only going to add 2. Perfect. Okay, so we're at our deck limit of 30 out of 30. So let's go over and continue on the quest. Oh, before we go, we can pick up a pickaxe and maybe a piece of food or 2. I'll show the how the mining works. I'm pretty sure the gathering the trees works the same way, but you yeah, after leaving this area, there's a little um some dialogue happens and a picture shows up. Um Showing some more lore and whatnot, and then we come over here and talk to the Cloud Watcher. I have, in the previous video, we went over all the dialogue here, so there's some lore and whatnot. Basically tells us to go up to the castle and talk to the king, and in order to gain access to the forest, to talk to a Cabraxa. And then our little squirrel here helps us deal with some jerk. So we've got in the demo here, this is our this is going to be the respawn point, but we have, you know, vendors for some magic gear, attack, defense, you know, the 5 archetypes we're going to be playing with. Another vendor for some cards. We got food, and then each one of these vendors has you know, they're associated to a particular archetype. So this is like the strength, defense, attack, for example. Now, these aren't, you know, I don't expect these to be here in the full game, right? These are just a demo thing, so to gain easy access to the cards. Alright, let's head on over to talk to the king. Actually, before we do that, we have to, this quest has some skill requirements, and one of them is crafting. So we have to level up our, where is it? Our artistry a little bit. That's also, yeah, we have a new menu. I guess we can look at this too, right? We've got a new skills menu. We have a very nice total level going on here. I just seen that. We're gonna have a quest list here, or journal, going through our steps and whatnot. I don't know what else they're going to add in here, but tutorial, storyline, side quest, extra test, what write whatever you need here. Okay. Got our quest items up here as well. And then we have achievements. So this is just, you know, test achievements, right? To get the system in there, make sure it's working, all that fun stuff. But what these coins or currency is going to be used for is purchasing card packs. We can, there's a vendor where we can exchange those for card packs, and we get to open them up and get some cards and whatnot. A little extra reward, you know, for playing the game, exploring, going out and doing stuff. We just gotta grab some clay. So once we have a decent amount of clay, I will, yeah, we'll be back. I don't even have to move my mouse anymore. We just got it lined up. We got it locked in. We got it lined up. Alright, I got a little carried away. I don't think we need this many, but yeah, let's do a little, let's show the new gathering a little bit, alright? So how it used to work, right, is you click the rock, and then eventually you get the ore, right? And then you click the rock again once it replenishes, and away you go. So how it kind of works now is when you click on a rock, you will start chipping away at it, as you can see here. So we did 30 damage, we did another 33, and as you can see, our new total is going up and we're getting more rewards, right? Each time we do damage, we get rewards. The more damage we do... Okay, well, we did 1 damage 10, 1 damage 35. I'm assuming the more damage we do, the more rewards we get, right? And as you can see, the HP is going down. Now, I'm assuming there's going to be different rewards between, you know, weaken it completely versus as soon as it takes damage, we extract, right? Because at the moment, as soon as it takes damage, we can extract. Now, I'm hoping to get into a little bit of a combat here, because... Oh, we're hitting weaken, not extract. Oops. Okay, we did not manage to mine enough. Okay, I guess we have to weaken it a bit more. Do a bit more damage to it. There we go. Okay, we got into combat. So there's a chance of combat happening while gathering. Now, I believe if you weaken it, you may not get a combat encounter, but if you try to extract the ore without weakening it a whole lot, you have a higher chance of getting an encounter. I think that's how it's going to work. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, let's dive into combat just a little bit. We'll be going into more detail on this later when we do the dungeon. But you can see this is how we're gonna have a text box on the screen at some time during combat, I believe. But you can see there's going to be other players just walking in the background. I think that's a really cool feature. It's awesome. All right, so we have some cards here to play. The ones with the like mountaintop and the viney sides, these are field cards. These will persist on the map. And then we have um attack cards as well. And some utility. Here's one of the struggle cards we were talking about. So when we draw a hand, how do things work here, right? What's going on? Okay. So when you draw a hand, you draw 2 ability cards and 3 equipment cards, all right? Every time you draw a new hand, that's what you get. Now, your ability cards come from here, and then your equipment cards will actually come from your character. So this is quite the interesting battle for getting into usually it's like rock monsters, okay? So I don't know why we're fighting bronze-plated ants and oh, bronze crawler. Okay, I guess that makes a bit more sense. I didn't know there were bronze archetypes or bronze types rather. Let's make an attack. So this is from our greatsword. So another mechanic, again, we'll go into this more later on, but your first equipment card is always free. As you can see here, it costs 0 in the energy. We have 2 energy to start with as well. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner. So let's make an attack. Let's see if it lands. It's got low accuracy. We did make it. Okay, so we killed our first target. Awesome. As you can see now, our shockwave costs 2 energy, which is pretty expensive, right? But it's a pretty heavy attack. However, since we have access to crafting, we can craft even better cards above the tier of bronze. And would you look at this? This is 95 accuracy, that does 19 damage. And when we use it, it gives us another one. So because this is 1 energy, and we used it and it gave us another one in return, we can use it a second time. And as long as we don't fail, we don't miss, we win, and we got some bronze ore for completing the encounter. So you can actually train combat while gathering a resource, and you can choose. I'm assuming this is how they're going to do it. But you can choose whether you want to get into encounters or not. So I think that is really cool. I'm looking forward for this feature to be completed, right? Completely in the game. And yeah, I think it's really cool. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for people. Let's head on over to continue on our quest. We have enough materials, so we can go bank some of this stuff. All right, so let's deposit all this. We don't. I hate depositing the giant sword, but we got to do it. Our next step in the quest is going to go talk to the king, which is just up here in the castle. We're just gonna skip through the dialogue. We're basically here to try and help the king with his problem with his daughter, but he doesn't actually understand the issue with, or he doesn't understand the issue that his daughter is having. He's kind of part of the problem. So we're here to try and help through that. So he's basically asking us, what are we going to teach our daughter? We're a tutor. And so we're going to go with whatever her heart desires. And then he's like very smart, and we go upstairs and talk to the princess. She's been through this a million times already, so she's really quick to dismiss us, but she does go along with it. And then we have to go talk to the chef. Talk to the castle chef. All right, we have the tea leaves. I think we can go up and talk to the princess again. Oh, we don't have soft clay. We gotta, I forgot, we need to go turn this into soft clay. Oops. All right. We're about halfway done the process. All right, now that we have all of the soft clay that we need, we can take some on up to the princess with our tea leaves. All right, let's talk to the princess. Yeah, I've got the stuff. All right, let's proceed with the potter's wheel. Okay, so we can make the teacups. And then, yeah, we can also make the teapot. Apparently that's an achievement. All right. We can't fire these yet. That's where the skill requirement comes in. Oh, yeah, let's talk to her. Okay. However, we're going to make an unfired jug. How much experience does this give us? 6.7. What about a pestle and mortar? 6.7. Okay, we're just going to go with, yeah, might as well make the jugs. And, yeah, I'll probably, see you back at the bank once I have to come back here. What? We had artistry level 2. Nice. So, yeah, I have to come back here with another inventory of wet clay, and then we can go to the kiln and fire it all. Level 3 artistry. And that's pretty much the second inventory finished up. So we gotta bring all of this down to the kiln. We've made it to the oven. Let's start cooking. Level 4 artistry. I just realized I was supposed to switch to empty pots at level 3, and I didn't realize, and I made empty jugs the whole time. So we don't actually have enough clay. All right, let's make our unfired our unfired pots, getting 18 experience per each. Yeah. All right, level 5 artistry. We can now fire the teacup and teapot. Make one of these. And one of these. Back to the princess. Alright, hello, hello. Hey there, your highness. Alright, what brings you to the humble castle? I need into the forest. The puzzle boxes, technically, that's the quest item that we got. The puzzle boxes. Which, you know, that takes us, we need through the forest. Alright, so we gotta head to the garden to grab some roses. It's just outside here, we just gotta talk to the gardener. Yes. Pick. Cool. Now we head back on up. Deliver our roses. Here you are. Okay, now we gotta leave. Okay, yeah, we gotta talk to the king. She deserves to forge her own destiny. Alright, and then we get kicked out of the castle. No, no, no. Yep, I don't want to go down there. You told us to leave. There we go. Now we gotta talk to the guard. I guess this quest is staying unfinished so long. What do you think will happen to the princess? Thanks, I'll go find the huntsman. Alright, he's just around back here. We're gonna grab this knife. And a couple of feathers as we go. We should have grabbed a hatchet from our bank, but... You know what? Yeah, I'll go grab the hatchet from our bank now, because we're gonna need it. With our bronze hatchet in hand, let's head on over to the huntsman. Just sitting down here. Here we go. He's gonna tell us to make some Kingsbane arrows. But we have to go talk to the smithy on how to craft them. And then, I believe we get some backstory on her as well, but... She comes from a royal lineage. Okay, we need whittling of 1 to craft the king's arrows. We have that. Let's go get some, I think we need some logs. I'm pretty sure you used to need level 3 whittling, and then they changed it, but... Get some logs. Go. Doing some damage to a tree. And now let's fell it. Yeah, we got some logs. Try and get some more. One more round. Okay, cool. Now, if we use our... Nope, we can't do that. We need a whittling table. One bug discovery later, and we have now found the woodworking table. Alright, I think we need to craft some debarked wood, which gives us an achievement. And then, how do we make the arrows? Basic log. Okay, there we go. Make one. We have 1 arrow. Is that all we need? Or I don't know how many arrows we need, so we're gonna try with 1 and see what happens. Alright, huntsman, what's the answer? You hand the king's arrows over to the huntsman. Oh, the deer got away. There we go. Alright, we have learned of a trapdoor, so now we can sneak back into the castle to talk to the princess. Pretty cool. They have a whole second hidden entrance. Like, there's multiple layers to this area. You have the castle itself. The downstairs here goes to the dungeon, which actually connects to a little, it goes to their, like, prison, their jail, which also connects into a dungeon, a video game dungeon, per se. And, yeah, we're about to break in through that dungeon into the prison, and then take another secret entrance, into the castle. Yes, we're breaking in, we're sneaking in. It's just over here. This is where we are mining our bronze and clay. But there's a trap door here. Get some dungeon music. But this is what I was talking about, right? We're in the jail, the prison. These are the stairs I pointed out. And then it's in one of the cells. It actually opens up into a small cave, a small little dungeon. There's some enemies in here, a chest, locked door, and then there's also another bigger gate over there with a crab boss, the King Spiky Crab. So you've got some loot and whatnot in here. Maybe we'll do 1 encounter with a crab, huh? Yeah, let's go fight 1 crab. We'll mix it up a little bit, throw a little bit of combat in there. We go last. They only have 7 HP, and we got a pretty decent turn as well. They hit us for 9. 9 damage is pretty significant at this moment in time. So, right, our first swing is always free. Our first equipment card. So we'll just use that. Why not? Now, we didn't hit, but our card does guaranteed damage, even if we miss. So we didn't do our full damage, we did a little bit. However, we have an arm and adapt. We don't necessarily, with our hand, we don't need to play it, because the card that we wouldn't be able to draw a card that we would keep, right? So, like, for example, I'll play that, draw an equipment card, we're not going to keep struggle. So again, we have our offensive momentum, and we can just carry this out. We miss. Never mind, we lose the card. Okay. We will end our turn. We will carry over. This is another mechanic. You can carry over 1 energy point into the next round. So you always generate 2 energy per turn to a maximum of 3 to start your round. So if you had 2 energy and you end your turn, you won't start the round with 4. You'll have a maximum of 3. So they're playing some armor and some taunt. Taunt is what you would assume it would be. Oh, I should have saved a card. I wasn't thinking there. Taunt does exactly what you think it would do, is if I were to... In this situation, they both have taunt. It's kind of funny, so it works a little bit differently. But let's pretend this enemy here, River Crab 2, doesn't have taunt. Okay? The 5 out of 7, we'll pretend he doesn't have taunt. Now, if I were to try and attack him, at this one, River Crab 1 has taunt. If I were to try to attack 2, the damage would go to 1. And then he would lose the amount of taunt that I did damage. So if I did 16 damage and he had 17 taunt, he would have 1 taunt remaining. But they both have taunt, so what happens in this situation is if I attack River Crab 2, the attack will go to River Crab 1. If I attack River Crab 1, the attack will go to River Crab 2. Now, River Crab 2 has some damage, so we're going to attack River Crab 1, and the damage goes to 2. And the guaranteed damage, the second part of my card, tried to hit him. We're going to use Flinching Jab, since he has 9 health total with his armor. This is a physical attack, so his armor comes into play. It has a 90% accuracy to do 10 damage. And we hit it. Nice. We also got... we got a key, huh? Okay, you're going to give us... We got both keys on the first kill. What is that RNG? Well, okay, we have to go complete the dungeon now. Okay, this isn't the dungeon I was planning on doing, but we're just going with it, okay? We had insane RNG with double key drop. Yeah, I would like to use the key. Let's go open the chest. It's probably bugged. Fair warning. We might get a key. We might get... Oh. It's locked. I wonder which key opens it. Oh, we don't have the... Okay, there's a silver, copper... Is there a gold key? Okay, I guess we can't open the chest. Can we open... We go first. We may be able to turn 1 this guy. Yeah, there we go. We got another silver key. We don't need... Okay, we're gonna try and just go through here. Okay, we use the silver key and go in. Let's fight a boss. Full HP? Yeah, why not? We go last against 4 enemies. This could go poorly real fast. We go last against 4 enemies. Alright, what are we working with here? They're just applying a lot of armor. 2 of them have gone so far. Yeah, there's 9 damage. Okay, this is... He lost all of his armor. Okay, it's our turn. We took 9 damage. Now we can end our turn on a good note with 15 armor. So this will be the last card that we play. Actually, we can only play 2 cards. Let's try and deal with the River Crab. There we go. We did succeed in our attack. Okay. So now I'm in a situation where I could do another attack and maybe kill one. But we're going to try and play it a little bit more safe and retain an energy point for the next round as well. So we'll have a bigger next round and we'll just play defensive. We'll get rid of all of our cards and gain 15 armor. Since these enemies do physical damage, now they have to go through my 15 points of armor in order to damage my health. And we'll end our turn. So we have 3 enemies worth of potential damage. There we go, we blocked 3. Perfect. You lose half your armor value at the start of your turn. Okay, we blocked another 3 damage. Our armor's coming in. Gain 7 armor. Another 7 armor. Okay, we've got a tanky crab here at 20 HP. And never mind. He just... That's pretty interesting. He turned all of his armor into distance. And you can see with distance here, what it does. Based on attacker total, decrease ranged aim and is consumed to decrease melee damage. So what that means is the higher your range, the more damage you do with a bow, but the less accuracy you have. And then what it also means for melee, because think of it, this person is now 14 units of range away from me, technically, right? So what it does is it just lowers my damage by 14 points if I were to try to attack them. Effectively, kind of almost the same thing as armor, but not really. We don't have any cards to keep. Okay, so this card is a little bugged at the moment. I've been playing around with it just because it's fun for each enemy to gain 46 rage and 46 stagger. Rage increases your damage, and stagger increases the amount of damage you receive. So it's hilarious. Everybody's one-shot and everything. So again, we have the same combo. We're going to try and defeat something with our... Yeah, there we go. We landed another attack. We got rid of another enemy. And then we're gonna... Oh no, I should have played this first. I thought this was last stand. My mistake. We should have played this card first, so we would have got 9 armor instead of 6. That's okay. And then we don't really have... You see, this is where the struggle cards were coming in. If I was wearing armor, we wouldn't have these struggle cards, and then I would be able to use a better card. But we're going with the no armor, just a two-handed sword. Okay, I don't know why it says I lost 11 distance, but... Alright, our turn again. We have 2 attack cards, so we can double swing. Okay, we missed the first attack. We go again. We missed it as well. We can arm and adapt to draw 1 equipment card. Hopefully it gives us a sword. It does. It costs 2 energy. Never mind. We end our turn, and we save this for our next turn. Now here's the max upgrade of battle tempo. I'm assuming this is only supposed to give you like 5 rage and 5 stagger per turn, maybe 6 or something like that. And this is 61 is the level requirement for tier 5 of this card. But we're gonna keep Shockwave till the next turn. Oh, we got offensive momentum. Maybe we use that, huh? We'll use 1 Shockwave. Guaranteed done. Yeah, we even missed, but our guaranteed 2 damage brought us through. Now, as long as we don't miss, we can use offensive momentum 3 times because we saved an energy point. Well, let's hope we don't miss. Here's attack number 1. 21 damage, broke the armor. You gain 3 armor because of this field effect card he placed on the ground. I didn't notice that. He has a field card on the ground. Whenever he takes damage... Can I actually read the card? Yeah, whenever an ally is attacked, the controller of this effect gains armor. I didn't know that worked on yourself. So you can have up to 3 field cards on the map. Every player can, so it gets real fun when you have multiple of the same field card all stacking. Anyway, okay, so let's continue with our offensive momentum. We hit another time, and we can do it a third. Okay, we did. And now we can end our turn and keep offensive momentum for the next turn. You can see how, slightly overpowered and broken this card can be. Yeah, we're gonna keep that one. Our momentum is just not stopping until it misses. That's probably going to be the balance change, is maybe it can only happen X amount of times, right? Like the higher the tier, the more uses it gets before it actually gets put away into your graveyard, or the accuracy could be lower, so that when it does miss, the card goes away. But when you do get that chain, it feels nice, right? Okay, there we go. We defeated the crab dungeon. Okay, we just got an extra bonus dungeon in here, I guess. Yes. In the video, I mean. There's like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 areas. There's like 2 or 3 dungeons, and then a couple other smaller areas like this. So, getting sidetracked, let's get back on mission. If we inspect this camp bed, we actually find a hidden passageway. It's kind of interesting how both of those cells against that wall have a hidden something attached to them. Okay, we're just making our way through. There's the crab dungeon again. Making our way through these, the walls and stuff. Inside the walls. How do you get to the storage room? There should probably be a couple doors here, huh? Okay, we're in the basement, the cellar of the cook, the chef. Okay, we've made it past everything. We can head on up. Talk to the princess. Awesome. So I think now we can just head on over to... Oh, we have a gold key. We can go open the chest. Yeah, we'll go do that. I didn't notice we got a gold key. Okay, yeah, we'll go open the chest in the dungeon and see if we get a card that's bugged or not. Yeah, we can come over here and we can talk to the Princess Charlotte, and she actually becomes a companion in your party. So we get a quest unlocked companion that I believe these ones will have some sort of customization to them. Be it appearance, weapons, armor, their deck, I have no idea, but we will have some sort of customization over these characters at some time. We did it! Nice. I'm sure it's fine. We did it! Okay, that is a royal distraction completed. We got Princess Charlotte as a companion, a bunch of experience in artistry, botany, forging, and whittling, and access to the anvil and pottery wheel. Fantastic. So Charlotte is now in our party. And we can also, I want to go back to Scent and pick up the other tank, Frank the tank. So that way we will have 2 tank companions in our party. And then we can go hit up the dungeon that I've been wanting to do. Back in Scent Town Square, we have, see, this is where the armor vendors are and the card vendors. We spawn just over here. This is the tutorial spawning spot. We have Frank. Oh, Franco the tank. Okay, they changed his name. Cool. Yes. Okay, Frank has joined us. Awesome. We could technically have somebody else join us as well. Sure, let's take Fabio the fighter. Sure. Or, no, we can only have 2 companions. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 tanks to take with us into the dungeon. Now, just as a little side thing, we have, look at this. This is the new gear that they're gonna have right here. Meteoric. They've played with this in the past before with the game, right? But we're finally gonna have access to it. Look at this thing. Look at this giant sword. In the demo right now, it requires 23 strength in order to equip. And equipment on, or sorry, the stats on gear, I'm not sure what they're doing with that, if they're removing it entirely, if they're going to give extra stats in some way. I don't know what they're planning on doing with this, but at the moment, gear gives no stats, they give cards, but they have level requirements. And then, I guess that may also impose the question of what happens, what's the difference between 23 strength and, like, 60 strength, right? Well, as your stat increases, so does the status that is kind of each archetype has an element or a status that's associated to it, and the higher your stat, the better you can interact with that status. So, for example, with ranged, every 10 levels, your optimal range goes up by 1 point. Meaning you can be further away from your target without losing accuracy. So you're gaining 1 point of distance every 10 levels, which is that's really cool. You can play a further distance, you take less damage, you do more damage, right? Every breaking point. That's really cool. Now, something like strength, like I said, strength has rage and stagger associated with it. And the higher your strength, the more bonus damage you get from rage. And I'm not quite sure if it's going to interact with stagger in any way, but that's just the general premise. Is the more you have in your stat, the better the status is that's tied to it. So we have our gold key. Let's head on over back to the locked door and open this chest. Yes. Okay, you open the chest with a gold key, breaking the key in the process. Uh-oh. We found a card. Okay, what is the card? Unexpected maneuvers. Read card. Target loses all armor for 1 energy. Okay, yeah, that's the spicy card right there. That is a pretty decent card. Okay, so this card used to require 3 energy, and it would take the armor from, it would strip all of the armor, and now it's 1 energy. Okay. That's pretty spicy. Now, Strength has a card. Strength has a few cards, but we have a card that can actually convert um all of a target's armor into bleed. So then they take damage. Sad times. I went the wrong way. Good thing we have a panic button, though. We're just heading on over to the Dark Forest. That's where the dungeon is. That's where the dungeon entrance is. Where are they? There they are. Look at the coveted onions. Look at this glorious gold patch of the wolf stew. Be seeing those later. Alright, we can now talk to the King's Guard here, and with the princess also in our party, we are allowed through without issue. Fantastic. Now, there we go. The dungeon entrance is right here, okay? Oh, is it not registering? Anyway, the dungeon is just on the other side of the trees here, but I kind of wanna, I kind of wanna go over to. There's some crazy shenanigans going on in the Dark Forest, and it kind of looks cool. I want to go show it. All right, the beginning of the shenanigans begins here. Oh, okay. So that's new. There being dialogue there, like quest text. Okay. Now, does something happen if we step on this? You feel compelled to stop. Apart from the steady groan of swinging cages, the forest is still and windless. I knew I'd find you here. Is that Cabraxa? Shadows and branches move in front of you. When out from behind a tree steps the jerk who accosted you outside the tutorial, this time flanked by a large and a very hairy rat. You are not familiar with expressiveness of rodents, but something tells you this one is extremely uncomfortable. You nub, adventurers can't resist the dark forest. Soon as I found my rat buddy, I came straight here. Now you're falling into my trap. You didn't think you'd seen the last of me, did you? Thought you'd steal my quest and get away with it? The rat sneers half-heartedly. The rodent does too. Um, okay, how long have you... What? What's with the rat? I don't want your quest at Finders Keepers. Yeah, I'm gonna say one. How long have you been out here? You don't look so good. And when was the last time you ate something? Oh, so we're just bringing reason into his shenanigans, huh? So he's like, don't pretend like you care about me. I'd wait forever to take back what's mine. Geez, forever is a long time for someone who you just met. Okay, so I can go through more of the options. Um, what's with the rat? What's with the rat? You weren't jealous of my squirrel friend, were you? No, I wasn't jealous. What else was I supposed to do when a turd burger like you won't fight fair? If you're gonna bring backup, then I will too. I don't have the squirrel friend at the moment. That was part of um the last quest the quest that we just did. The beginning of it, you fight this guy and a squirrel falls out of the tree and joins your side if you don't have a full party. The rat looks even more nervous than before. I'm sure the other adventurers were just intimidated by you. That's all. Okay, so I don't want your quest. Yeah, I don't. Do I? So 3 or 4. I'll just say I don't want your quest. Anyway, you can have your letter back if you want it so bad. I don't need it. The jerk scoffs. Oh, now you're being all friendly? As if you didn't kill me and loot my corpse. Oh, we didn't loot him. You're not getting out of here scot-free. Sporky, attack. The rat lets out a feral shriek. Okay. So this is new. Yeah, we 3 HP. 1 damage. So this is obviously isn't completed, right? I just came in here for fun and they added new things to it, so we're just exploring and seeing what they've added so far into the demo. Very interesting. I wonder what it's gonna look like when it's all fully complete and done and ready to go. Alright, we just one-tapped both of them. Not again! The man and his rat fade into the ether, leaving behind yet another puzzle box. When you lean forward to pick it up, Charlotte clears her throat. Forgive me, adventurer, but I must ask, how well do you know that man? Not well, actually. And it's, again, we're getting another puzzle box. And he's super easy to defeat. We've met twice before. He almost knocked me off a ladder the first time. Are we being set up here? Is he one of them? I see. And what of this curious object? You don't seem surprised to have found it. The cliché chairman wants them. I have no idea what it is, and Cloud Watcher told me to bring them to Cabraxa. I'm gonna say Cloud Watcher told me to bring them to Cabraxa. There's an expert at the College of Mages who can tell me about them, someone who knows about magic artifacts. Yes, Cabraxa Morolin? You must mean. I'm familiar with her work. Charlotte takes a look around the clearing before turning to you, deflated. Well, that box seems to be all there is to find here, adventurer. I suppose that means we ought to press on to the college. He gives you a watery-eyed smile. So I wonder, is she also looking for somebody in one of these cages, maybe? If she looked around and was deflated, and then gives us a watery-eyed smile, she's sad that I mean, sad or happy, you know? I think there's a deeper story behind why Charlotte wants to come to the forest. I just forget. Is something gonna happen? No? Okay. Is there no more triggers? I have no idea. What is this? Regular tree. No, I don't know where the mage's college is, but anyway, let's head on over to the dungeon. That was very interesting. I wasn't expecting to have more lore happen here, more quest stuff. Let's try these tiles actually before we head back. Nope. Okay. To the dungeon we go. Now, I haven't tried this dungeon in this demo yet. So, I don't know how difficult or easy it is. I'm not quite sure what we're going to get into here, but yeah, any combat skill above 10. Okay, let's go try this dungeon. Pick up the key, red and pink. Let's go do pink. Yeah, we'll go do pink right here. So the idea of this dungeon is there's multiple rooms with and a key will open some of the rooms. And then each of the rooms has a new key and a chest that gives you a rock that leads to the main chamber. That sounded very confusing, but I promise it isn't. Okay, here's the first encounter of the dungeon. Our whole goal here is to go into the last fight with our companions alive. But as you can see, one of them just took half their health in the first turn. Some of the cards are gonna be bugged, so don't mind that. Okay, so it's our turn. We'll start breaking some stuff down here. At the moment, we don't really have too many good cards that we can play. Unfortunately, we could do both of these. Here's where you know how I said rare time when we draw all struggles? Guess what? First turn, first encounter in the dungeon, all struggles. So we might be able to do a significant amount of damage with these two cards. Hopefully we can take one down. So what this does is it makes them gain 2 extra energy, and then they also gain stagger depending on how many energy points they have. However, this is a rank 1 card and it only does 5 damage. So yeah, 4 stagger. Now if we hit her again when she has 4 stagger, she's going to take 9 damage. And now she has 12 stagger. So if I were actually to land this attack with struggle, we would take her out. Are we going to get like a 12 or 13 damage struggle hit? 13 damage struggle. Nice. So even with a bad opener and level 1 rank 1 cards and a struggle, we're still able to take down an enemy in the first turn. In our first turn. So we go next. These enemies can hurt really, really bad, but Charlotte's up at 42 armor, so hopefully she won't go down. Ooh. Okay, that's a lot of pain. Yeah, 66 armor, huh? You want to share some of that? Okay, he made a melee attack. He's got a card that's bugged. A melee attack. Franco the tank, you didn't have any armor to do that one with. Okay, we're not going to save any card. It's our turn again. We have offensive momentum. That's fantastic. We might be able to end the round with that. But we're going to spend our free energy on our shockwave. We'll do our better card. We might be able to one-shot you with this, but she has taunt. So we have to attack this one. Regardless, our attack misses, but that's okay. Now, we'll follow up with offensive momentum. They still have taunt. Okay, it lands, so we get another offensive, and we'll carry it on to this one. We miss. No, it did land, but the enemy... that's a bug, okay? This target was dead, but they still had a point of taunt. So when I attacked this target, the taunt still went over here. It's a reported bug, but anyway, we'll continue on. Hopefully this doesn't lead to one of us going down, actually. Yeah, just you keep stacking that armor, that's okay. Don't... Okay, you played your... Cool. 0 damage happened. Our companions are still alive. We still have 2 more fights to go before we fight the boss in here. So they have to survive 2 more encounters. We have 2 offensive momentum cards. We'll play our free 2-handed, misses again. And now we'll do 2 follow-ups with offensive momentum. Okay. Now, prior to coming in here, I didn't really set up my deck to be very combo oriented. There's still a lot of cards that, you know, like I don't have the best deck, essentially is what I'm getting at. There's a lot of cards to go through. And yeah, we're just going in here and with some cards that I've looked at and given her a go. So we have a blue and green. Let's head on. I think we'll try the green door. Now, I don't think we can heal. Nah. Hopefully at some point we'll be able to heal our companions. Okay, green and blue. Yeah, we'll go... Maybe we go do the blue door instead. This green door can hurt. And then we want purple or yellow. Yeah, let's go do the blue door. I don't know, maybe the encounter has changed. I'm not quite sure, but... And then the main fight, this is... The mine gate here is what we're gathering these cool rocks for. I guess I should have explained that a bit better earlier. Okay, we're in. This is the second encounter. So, and again, we'll get another key and a rock. Let's go after Vanessa. Okay, we go last. We have a companion that goes first. That's the initiative order. Oh, no, we lost a companion. That is not good. Not good. Okay, Frank the Tank, you've got 1 HP. We might actually lose in this fight here. We might go down. Not quite sure. Oh, they have offensive momentum? Oh no. Okay, so this is very painful. We lost both of our companions now. That's a lot of armor and defense. That's just gone. Thankfully we got rid of one. We don't have any defense either, so this is gonna be a lot of... we missed that attack. Okay. We might... I don't think we live this. Oh, plays 1 card, ends turn. Flurry? Okay, it's our turn again. We'll save Shockwave. They did 0 damage, and we got offensive momentum. Mixed in with a Shockwave. Okay, let's do it. Now, a lot of my class is, you know, applying or gaining strength and stagger. However, I don't have those cards in my deck because I'm a silly goose. So we have primarily just a bunch of attack cards. Okay, can we get rid of this one? There we go. We'll get our momentum back. And now let's hit this one more time. Okay, we land it. We'll end our turn. They have 5 health, we have 31. They did 0 damage, but look at that, they have 3 energy now. They just... okay. Gained a flurry and end their turn. We're getting really lucky. Very lucky on this one. Okay, we managed to survive that, but we lost our companions. You see how much damage they did on their first turn? Okay. Well, let's try and get our last cool rock to go fight the boss. There it is, Metal Ant Queen. Which key did we get? Yellow and purple. Yeah, let's try the purple one. Here we go. We go last. Oh no, we go last. We have 2 shockwaves, no armor. 3 damage. Thanks for the barrier. Okay, you gain resistance to stab and slash. I don't know if that card works yet. Okay, you're just stealing some barrier and giving yourself some resistances. Yeah, you're just becoming tanky. Just tanky. Okay, now it's my turn. Please hit, please hit. Oh, nice, nice, nice. We get to take one down. We get to take one down. Perfect. Okay, we end our turn. Now, it would be nice to save flinching jab, but I'm hoping to draw an armor card. Okay, double miss. Awesome. We're taking 0 damage here. Very little damage. This is fantastic. Right, they would have to outright kill us in order for us to lose, which is possible, but we have a ton of food. But we can only heal outside of combat. Alright, choose a card to keep. We're not keeping any. Oh, here's the card we upgraded. The target gains 4 stagger. Yeah, we we might use it. There we go. Okay, this is where I was like, we might use it because I could use... Yeah, we would just gain more by just attacking. Go. However, it's like, you know, we could apply the stagger. And then, you know, if that was a higher level card, this would be a higher level value of stagger, leading to more damage. We'll end our turn, and then we'll save our offensive momentum for the next turn, and then maybe we'll just one-shot him. Even though we'll have enough damage, maybe, hopefully, to take care of it. Oh, we gained 8 armor. Yeah, we'll keep this one. Alright, we'll use our free card. If this lands with the 4, we're gonna do like 20 damage. Or 16, but we missed. Because the armor. Alright, let's do it again. There we go, we broke through the armor. The stagger remains. Well, yeah, we'll do it again. There we go, 23. Right. Yeah, stagger is looking really strong. I have a feeling I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing a strength deck. And just simply buffing my teammates' damage through rage and stagger. Pairing that with like a deck that does a lot of attacks per energy point, I feel like is going to be a really good combo. Mixed in with the tank just spreading armor around. You know, there's I think the party combos with people being all working together to cover each other's weaknesses while empowering the strengths is going to be very strong. Alright, here's the boss, Metal Ant Queen. RNG? We go last. Not good. That is the worst thing that could have happened. 8 damage, they land it. Okay, how much damage are we taking on the first turn? This is a very... max damage on the first turn. And a bleed. Terrible. Terrible start. Not... okay. Can we recuperate? Big damage. 2 damage from the bleed. We have to end this quick. Okay, we can get rid of 1. Maybe almost guaranteed. If this has to land. Okay. Our bleed is now gone. Let's do a follow-up. Let's try and get rid of the ads before we fight the Metal Ant Queen. We lost like half our health in the first turn. This is not looking good. Another 8 damage. Okay. 6 armor and 34% accuracy on their next attack. And another 5 armor, so you're looking pretty another 5 armor. You're just playing all the cards. Where'd you get all this energy? Okay, 10 damage, 3 bleed. We need... This is not looking good. Okay. Here's where we can maybe swing things in our favor. The queen has to do... We have to land all of our attacks, and the queen has to do 0 damage on our next turn, or we lose. So let's try and get our guaranteed kill with offensive momentum, and we miss and lose offensive. Oh, this is... We miss this too? Okay, at least we land that. We get the kill. The queen has to lose. Sorry, the queen has to do 0 damage or we lose. Here we go. 8 health. All allies gain something. Gain 5 armor. Gain 6 armor. Come on, 0 damage. 0 damage! Okay. Okay, we have nothing that we want to keep. We got last line of defense. We have to play that. Okay, we have to play that. Here's the plan. We're gonna use our free energy. Okay, we have 3 energy because we retained a point. We can do a lot this turn. We're gonna start with flinching jab then to try and get the stagger going. We're gonna do 0 damage. We're gonna take off, 10 of her 19 armor. But hopefully this lands and we apply 4 stagger. We got the 4 stagger. Perfect. Which means we're gonna start doing more damage now with our attacks, right? We still have a free card, a free cast, Shockwave. Let's do that. We'll break the armor if it lands. We missed. Unfortunate. Not the greatest. However, we'll end our turn. We'll retain 1 more energy for the next turn. And we'll gain 15 armor. Okay. Now we can take a little bit of damage. But she still has some cards up her sleeve. We'll see what happens. End our turn. Enemy's turn. Lost half her armor. She gains armor and accuracy on her next attack. 1 additional slash. I didn't get to read all of that, but I don't know what that card was. You have no cards to keep. Here we go. We've got 3 energy. Okay, this is looking like a big damage turn. Are we getting a swing of offensive momentum in our favor? Oh, we could even give her more stagger. Oh, okay, this might be a big, big turn. But it may blow up in our favor. Will the extra stagger actually mean... 10. If it were to land, I think it would be better, but I think using the offensive momentum... Let's risk it. You know what? Let's risk it. Regardless if we win or lose, I don't really care. Let's see what happens. Target gains 2 energy, and we do 5 damage, right? And then the target will gain stagger equal to the amount of energy that they have. It just means they'll have a bigger next turn, but hopefully we'll do enough damage to actually defeat them. I don't think we will, but we're gonna go for it. We missed. Oh no, and they still gain the energy. Oh no! I don't like that card anymore. Okay, let's go with the... And we missed that too? Okay, we lost all of our momentum. We lost all of our momentum right there. Oh no! Well, we did half the health in 1 turn. We have 7 armor, 8 HP. They're gonna have a massive, an absolute massive turn. We gambled. We got nothing for it. They lost their stagger. There's 8 damage. Uh-oh. Is that it? Okay. 5 armor? I'm so scared right now. No. Okay, 6 armor. Here's the big... Okay. Turn ended. Keep card. Ooh. We have no armor. Alright. We have 2 energy. Our best... Yeah, we've got no armor. Got nothing. We gotta end it. We miss again on that attack. Oh, that's not good. This might be it. We have to hope for another 0. This is down to the wire. 7 HP, no armor versus 10 HP. Do we get it lucky with another 0 damage turn? End turn. The RNG, no, there it is, and we died. Ah, unfortunate. We gambled that one turn and we lost. I'm sure with a few optimizations to the deck, maybe some less risks, and a bit better RNG, we could come out on top the next time we try the dungeon, but here has been some of the things in the demo, and hopefully I've given a general idea of what we can kind of expect coming into Genfanad in the full release. So, thank you for watching, and catch you later. Take care.